Hi, I'm Gail Myer from Myer Hotels. I'm the Vice President of Operations. I support a smoke-free policy in Branson for several reasons. First of all, I think it's how we care about our community, we care about our team members, we care about our customers. In our hotels, we went smoke-free several years ago, and we saw a 3% lift in business because our customers want to be in an environment where they're not forced to smell someone else's smoke. And there are other benefits as well. Rooms that have smokers in them require more maintenance. We have nicotine stains that could happen on walls. The filters of the air conditioners require more attention. And there's just more wear and tear on a room that has a smoker in it than a non-smoker. So we are happy with the policy of non-smoking. It has benefited us, it has benefited our customers and our team members. One thing that we really try to figure out how to do is expose our team members who may smoke to a non-smoking environment so that they will not want to have to smoke and not want to be involved in the costs, the lifestyle changes, the health specters that go along with smoking. So we will do items such as health assessments. We encourage smoking cessation policies, and I have a policy that none of my managers, none of my salaried folks can smoke from the time they arrive to work to the time they leave from work every day. So when we set up an environment for our team members that is smoke-free, they've got a better chance of not smoking. And we think that's a great way to apply Love Thy Neighbor to our team members and to our businesses. And you know, Branson is the place. Faith, family, fun, friends, flag, and foliage. Branson is the place that ought to care about our team members, care about our customers, and take a leadership role in that, because it's part of why people come here and visit, it's part of why people come here and live, and part of why people want to be around this kind of environment.
My name is Pat Davis, and this is my smoke-free story. I started smoking shortly after I got married when I was about 22, 23 years old, simply because my husband smoked and it just looked like the thing to do. 1970s was the smoking time. We had Virginia Slims that were the ladies' smoke way to go. And so I started smoking. It was fun to do that at Bridge Club or getting together with friends and have a good time. So I should not have started smoking at all because I have asthma and I've had it all my life. I have a lot of allergies and I've had pneumonia for 3 times, and so I do have lung issues, and smoking was certainly not the thing that I should have done. I smoked for about 10 years. I had tried to stop smoking a couple of times, gone to classes. I had the little doohickey in my ear to push every now and then to remind me that I needed to quit smoking, and yet that didn't work. I tried hypnosis. That lasted about an hour and a half as soon as we got out of the class, and stopped at the convenience store and got a pack of cigarettes. So that didn't help any. One day, 10 years after I had started smoking, I had just realized that my mouth just felt and tasted nasty. It just felt like what that ashtray looked like. At that point, I decided today is the day that I need to stop smoking. I don't feel good. I can't do the things that I want to do because of my breathing issues. I would support a smoke-free policy in Branson because I think it is very important, not only individually, but for the community itself as a whole. I think that it helps each of us who work in the community to do our jobs better, to be able to have that energy, that better life, the better lifestyle, the better time that we would have with our own families. and yet to project that to our visitors, that we are a smoke-free city and that we can help in that process, that we offer restaurants that are smoke-free. We offer hotels, motels that are smoke-free, that we can have clean air. What a joy that would be to have clean air.
My name is Kate Jones, and I am now a non-smoker. I've been smoking, well, I started smoking when I was 15 years old. Wanted to be cool like my aunts. They did, so I thought I had to. Although when I was growing up, I hated it. I used to be the kid in the family that threw up anytime my mom smoked. So for me to be the smoker in the family was kind of really a disappointment because I was the one that was the biggest pain. I smoked for 37 years. It is a serious addiction and it is very hard to quit. I tried quitting many, many times, very unsuccessful. Then I heard about the classes that the hospital was giving, so I thought I'd give it a try because it was time. I had helped take care of 2 people that had lung cancer and watched them die. It's a very sad death. It's very, very sad. And I didn't want to be that way. What I look forward to most now that I'm a non-smoker is I feel better. I have more energy and I'm spending more time with my kids outdoors, doing more physical activity. We're hiking more. Things we always did before, but I would always have to stop and take breaks and stuff. I don't do that anymore. It is really hard to quit. It's very addictive. And I've always been a real strong-willed person, and this was the only thing that almost won, but it didn't.
I'm Scott Earls, and this is my smoke-free story. I started smoking when I was around 16 years old, and back in the 70s it was real common for people to smoke at a young age. In fact, most people smoked all their lives. Smoking was kind of the thing to do, and it was kind of the pastime that most people enjoyed. The most difficult part of the journey from going from smoking to non-smoking was making the commitment to stop smoking. It's a habit that I enjoyed at the time, and I really didn't want to quit when you really get down to it. But I knew it was necessary to do because I didn't want to have my children grow up without me and not get to see my grandkids and not feel good enough to be able to do things with them at the time. So we had to make that commitment, and that was not easy to do. I think it's a good idea to have a smoke-free policy in Branson because we need to give all of the help that we can to people who ought to quit smoking or are thinking about quitting smoking and the people that have quit smoking. Let's set up an environment that endorses clean air and pure air rather than smoke-filled air.
My name is Carolyn Green, and I'm a physician assistant in pulmonology here at Cox Health. I'm involved in working with patients with COPD, lung cancer, and many other pulmonary issues. I see a lot of different patients that come in for many different reasons. COPD is one major health issue that we see. A lot of our patients started smoking at a very young age and have used tobacco for most of their lives and are seeing us as a result of the health consequences of that. We see a lot of patients with hypoxemia and are on oxygen, a lot of end-stage COPD patients that are really going to die from the results of their smoking. We do see patients that have lung nodules and lung cancer and end up having to have resections. Some patients are there with COPD as a result of secondhand smoke due to just growing up in a household with parents as smokers, and actually some of them never smoked themselves. So we see a lot of the results of what tobacco can do to the body. I think a smoke-free policy, a comprehensive smoke-free policy would be really impactful in this area. We have a very high percentage of people in this community that do smoke, and so a high percentage of people are exposed to secondhand smoke on an everyday basis. Reducing the number of people that smoke with a smoke-free policy would also impact the young generation. And Branson and Taney County could really use that in their future. And even for us now, not being exposed to that would immediately help our patients with COPD that are on an everyday basis struggling to breathe. It would immediately help those children that are being exposed every day to secondhand smoke that will eventually end up with health results that are negative. And 100% of us would benefit from a smoke-free policy. So I really think it would benefit our community a lot.
My name is Dave Jones, and this is my smoke-free story. I started smoking when I was 16 years old. Of course, it was peer pressure. All the rest of my buddies were doing it. If I had to do all over again, I'd walk the other way. I would never pick them up. It is too hard to put them down, after all those years especially. The reason I gave them up and the reason I wanted to quit was to get my lungs back and be able to breathe again and be able to move around and maybe, you know, do work around the house or even here at work and be able to breathe better while I was doing that. My toughest part of this journey would probably have been, you know, those triggers, those times that you had a cigarette in the car, on the way to work, on the way home, after dinner or after a meal, through difficult times, stressful times, makes you want to go. So those are probably the toughest times for me. You have to redirect when you're getting those urges. Those urges, they pass within just a few seconds. So if you're strong enough and you really want to quit bad enough, you redirect, you find other things to do. Get a hobby, you know. Get up, go outside, go do something. But it's gone before you know it. Now that I've quit smoking, what I look forward to is getting back into shape. Since I can breathe better, it just makes it so much easier out there, so much more enjoyable because I'm in better physical shape. I had to make the decision to quit. It has to be me. That's first and foremost. You got to be ready to quit for yourself and for your own reasons. What I would tell my friends is, and people out there that are smoking, is make the decision to do it. Take a class. Get the support you need. If you don't succeed, do it again. Just keep trying. You'll eventually get it.